Good morning dear students. Hope all of you are safe and good at home. And for today we are going to discuss about the second chapter in science, that is components of food. In the previous chapter, we have discussed about the sources of food and what are the importance of food in our life, isn't it? So, we require food for getting energy to do work and play, and also for maintaining our body growth and repairing of our cells, isn't it? So, food is a necessary element in our life. So, here in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the components of food and also certain diseases that is occurring due to the deficiency of certain nutrients. Okay, so what are the components of food? The major components of food are nutrients, roughages and water. These are the three major components in food. First one is nutrients. And the second is roughages, that is dietary fibers. And the third one, the most important thing is water. These are the three major components in food items, and now we are going to discuss about nutrients in detail. Okay. So what is nutrients? Did you know about nutrients? Yes. Okay. So nutrients are the substances that an organism need for growth, repairing and maintenance of our body. Okay, this is the function of nutrients in our life. So there are different kinds of nutrients: proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins. These are the examples of nutrients. What are they? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, then minerals and vitamins. These are the nutrients which is present in our foods. So now we are going to study about carbohydrate, which is the most important, which is one of the most important nutrient, that is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the energy giving nutrient, that is the food items that contain carbohydrate is called as energy giving food items. This is the main source of energy for us. The carbohydrates gives us energy. These carbohydrates are again divided into two, that is two types of carbohydrates. One is sugars and the other one is starch. Sugars are the simple carbohydrate which is present in the form of glucose and fructose. Okay. So sugars are simple carbohydrate which is present in the form of glucose and fructose. And sugars have sweet taste and also it provides instant energy for us. Okay, this is about sugars, and the sugars is obtained from different food items. It is obtained from glucose, then cane sugar, then fruits like papaya, pineapple, mango, grape, etc. So, these are the food that is given the sugars like glucose, cane sugar, papaya, mango, etc. So, this will provide sugars in our diet. So, starch, then the second one is starch. Starch is the more complex form of carbohydrate. It is more complex than sugars, and the starch is the reserved food material in plants. Okay. So, plants have the energy which is stored in the form of starch. Is it clear to you? Starch is the reserved food material in plant, and it is the form of energy storage in plants. So, the pure starch is tasteless and odorless white colored powder, and the energy is provided much lower than sugars. Sugars is providing the instant energy for us, but in the case of starch, it will provide energy much lower than that of sugars. And this starch is obtained from different plants, that is wheat, rice, then barley, then potato, sweet potato, etc. So, these are the food items that we obtain starch. Okay. So, these are all about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the energy giving food items, and there are two types of carbohydrate, that is sugars and starch, and sugars are the simple form of carbohydrate which is the instant source of energy for us, and starch is the complex form of carbohydrate, that is the reserved food material in plant. Okay, this is all about carbohydrate, and now we are going to study about how to test carbohydrate in a given food material. How to test it? The carbohydrate can be tested by using a small experiment, that is iodine test. So, we require iodine solution for that. Iodine solution. How do we prepare iodine solution? Yes, take a half filled test tube with water and add a few drops of iodine to it. So, it will be made into iodine solution. So, we need iodine solution to conduct this experiment, and also we need raw potato and a dropper. So, in this experiment, take a piece of raw potato and add few drops of this iodine solution on the cut surface of this potato. So, what we can find? Yes, we can find the blue-black colored nature in the cut surface of the potato. This indicates the presence of carbohydrate in the potato. Is it clear to you? That is, take a piece of raw potato and add some iodine solution on the top of the potato, and we can find a blue-black color in it. It indicates the presence of carbohydrate. Okay, and similarly we can test the presence of carbohydrate in other food items also. Okay. So, most of the food item will contain more than one nutrient, and if a food item is contain a particular nutrient in more quantity, that for example in the case of rice, In the case of rice, we can find carbohydrate in more quantity. So we can say that it is a carbohydrate rich food. So in each food item there will be having a particular nutrient in a higher amount or in a higher quantity. Okay. These are all about carbohydrate. And then we moving on to the next nutrient, that is protein. What is protein? Proteins are the body building nutrients. So the food items contain protein are called as body building food. Okay. Here in the case of carbohydrate, we said that it is the energy giving food. So in the case of protein, we can say that it is the body building food items which contain protein. Why it says so? Because proteins helps in growth and repairing of our body. It is very much important that the food items that we eat must contain the protein, because it helps in growth and maintaining our body repairing. Okay. So it is essential for some people like growing children and pregnant women, and also the person who recovered from illness. These are the three peoples who require proteins in sufficient quantity. Okay. The growing children, then the pregnant women. Why the pregnant woman must have the protein? Because it is necessary for the growth of the child. Okay. So it is important to have protein rich diet, because it helps in growth of growing child, and also in pregnant women, for the person who recovered from illness must need a protein rich diet. Okay. Then the protein is obtained from both plants and animals. Okay. The plants that we obtain proteins are, the plant products are bean. Okay. The bean like soybean, kidney bean, etc. These contain protein in higher quantity. Then nuts. Nuts like almond, groundnut, cashew nuts. Almond, groundnuts, cashew nuts will be having proteins. And cereals like rice, wheat, maize, etc. And pulses like moong seeds, and also tur dal, etc. will be having higher protein content. Is it clear to you? So these are the plant products that will give us protein. So we must include these products in our diet. And also there are animal. These are obtained from plants. So there are animal products too. That is lean meat. What is lean meat? Lean meat is meat without fat. Okay, lean meat means meat without fat. Then egg, milk. And milk products are also the rich source of protein. So these are the sources of protein which can be included in our daily diet. Okay. So these are all about protein. Then we moving on to the next nutrient, that is fat. Before going to study about fat, we could study that how to test protein. Is it? So we are studied that how to test carbohydrate in a given sample of food. So similarly, there is a test for protein also. So we need boiled egg, copper sulfate solution, caustic soda solution and a dropper for this experiment too. Okay, we need boiled egg, then copper sulfate solution, then caustic soda solution. Caustic soda solution for conducting this experiment. So how to prepare this copper sulfate solution? Yes, add 2 milligram of copper sulfate in 100 ml of water so that we can prepare copper sulfate solution for this experiment. And how to prepare caustic soda? Similarly, add 10 milligram of caustic soda in 100 ml of water. This is how we prepare copper sulfate and caustic soda. So, then we moving on to the procedure of this experiment. Take a test tube and add pieces of boiled egg, the white part of boiled egg. So, take a test tube and add the pieces of white part of boiled egg. Then add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda solution to it. Then what we can observe? We can observe a violet colored content, or the content will be changed to violet color after a few minutes. It indicates the presence of protein in that egg. Okay, it is the experiment to find or to test the presence of protein in egg. And also similarly we can test it using the similar experiment using copper sulfate and caustic soda with different food items also. Okay, so this is the experiment in testing protein. And then we moving on to the next, that is fat. It is the third nutrient that is we are going to study. Fat. Fat is also an energy yielding food, that is energy giving food much more than that of carbohydrate. As I told you that carbohydrate are energy giving food item and fat also energy providing food item much more than that of carbohydrate. It provide more energy than carbohydrate. Okay, so this is also energy giving food. So fat is obtained from different food items like oil, then butter, ghee, butter, meat, etc. These are the major food items that we obtain oil. And also the condition, the increased presence of oil in our body which will leads to oil or the fat in our body which will leads to a condition called obesity. It is an unusual condition and it is not healthy for us. Okay, so the increased or the over production of this fat in our body by eating the fat rich food items like oil, ghee, butter, meat, etc. will be leading to the condition called obesity. Okay, so care should be taken that while consuming oil rich food we should not eat much more quantity. Okay. So how we test the fat in our food item? It is a simple experiment. That is, we must have peeled groundnuts for that. And also we need a paper, a clean white paper for that. Okay. So take some peeled groundnuts and wrap it in a white clean paper. Then crush it gently without torn the paper. Okay. So after that take the peeled groundnuts outside and the paper is straightened and shown to light source. So we can observe a oily patch on that. What is oily patch? So the oil or the oily patch indicates the presence of fat in it. So this is a simple experiment of using a paper and peeled groundnuts. So the oily patch in it shows the presence of fat in it. So this is about fat. And the fat rich food items that I have already said, that oils, then meat, then butter, ghee, etc. So these are the 3 major nutrients and the rest will be taken in our next class. Okay. So you must have to read your textbook very carefully, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. Is it clear to you? Okay, thank you.